Hey, it's Erin. When it comes to training and making gains, which one do you think is better, dumbbells or resistance bands? I think the answer is both. Let me explain. So typically, if you're training at home, you're either using dumbbells or you're using resistance bands, not the two together. And if you're training in a gym, you've got free weights, you've got cables, you have machines. It's very likely that you're not using bands at all. And I think both are missing out on a potential opportunity to increase tension, increase muscle fiber recruitment, and just mix things up to help avoid plateau. In today's workout, we are combining the two. We've got dumbbells and resistance bands, and this is going to be a crazy good shoulder workout. It's going to give you a great pump. It's going to increase tension on the muscles through what's called increased linear resistance. Now, what this means is that as the range of motion gets increased, the tension gets increased. And very few, if any, pieces of equipment can offer that. So at that end range, you've got a ton of resistance. You are using stabilizer muscles, so you're actually getting a greater calorie burn. All of this can equal greater gains. So grab your dumbbells and a light resistance band and let's train. Our first exercise is a dumbbell shoulder press. Now for this exercise, make sure that you are even on this resistance band. So you want the band just under the arch of the foot, and it should be about even slack from left to right. What you don't want is for one side to be pushing much harder than the other. I've got this band wrapped around my thumbs and I'm using an overhand grip here. Weight should be evenly distributed through the feet. Exhale as you push up. Arms slightly in front of the ears, forearms underneath the dumbbells for added stability, wrists nice and straight, upper arms reach just about parallel to the floor, maybe a bit lower. Now you're going to have to stabilize with your core here, in addition to facing the increased resistance as you press up. Take it nice and slow, both on the way up and on the way down. Moving on to our next exercise. This is an upright row. I've increased the resistance a little bit here because the dumbbells aren't traveling quite as far. So you can gauge it during your first couple of reps, see if you need a little bit more resistance. If that's the case, then you're just going to spread out your stance just a little bit. So here, using an overhand grip, and I am holding the resistance band with my first 3 fingers. And here you want to think about spending the most amount of time at that mid-rep position. So you're going to get that upper arm to just about parallel to the floor. It's okay if it's a little bit lower, it just depends on your flexibility. You also want to think about keeping your wrists nice and straight, pulling up and pulling out just a little bit with that dumbbell. This is going to help take the pressure off the wrists. And really think about keeping your shoulders down. As soon as your shoulders come up, that is going to recruit the traps. And we're really looking to just hit those delts, not grow the traps. So think about just actively keeping your shoulders down. Next exercise is lateral raise. So here I'm looking for a little less resistance. This is the tough one. So I'm only placing the resistance band under one foot. You can alternate your feet if you would like, something that I do because I try to keep things even on both sides. Now here I'm holding the resistance band with my thumb, overhand grip, palms down, soft elbows. You do not want to lock your elbows out. And think about pushing the dumbbells away from you versus lifting them up. And this can really help keep the traps from working. So dumbbells slightly in front of the body. And instead of thinking about making a straight line with the dumbbells, think about making a very wide Y shape. Leaning forward slightly, core stays nice and tight. Exhale on the way up. And keep that tension. Moving on to our next exercise, this is a front raise. So here, again, I've got the resistance band under one foot, leaning forward just a little bit more, and I'm going to go ahead and decrease the range of motion here. So I'm not going to allow the dumbbells to come all the way down, because what I'm interested in is keeping constant tension on those muscles. So you see, I am working against gravity, working against the tension of the bands, and this is going to give you that 1-2 punch, which equals gains. So overhand grip, soft elbow. So you want just a little bit of a bend. You don't want to lock that elbow out. And really think about keeping the rest of your body still. Exhale on the way up. Spend most of your time in that mid-rep range. So as you get to the top, try to pause just a little bit and don't spend a lot of time at the bottom. And try to keep the dumbbells even. Really focus on keeping that tension. Our last exercise is band pull-aparts. We're not going to use weight for this because we are targeting those rear delts. And the rear delts typically like higher reps and less weight. So I want you to really feel this exercise. Keep your arms parallel to the floor. Keep them at about shoulder height. You could go a little bit higher because the goal here is to hit the rear delts. It's a very, very small muscle. Other muscles can easily take over if you let your arms drop. Try to keep a soft bend to the elbow. And really think about that constant tension. So you don't want your hands to touch in the front. You want to keep tension on that band. And just think about repping it out. And really get that squeeze. This is our last exercise. This one's probably going to burn. And once you feel that rear delt working, stay in that spot. Don't raise your arms, don't lower them. Just keep repping it out. And don't forget to breathe. This workout is awesome whether you're training at home or if you're training at a gym. If you find that the resistance becomes too much, you can either drop the band or drop the weights and finish out your set. So if it's 3 sets of 10, for example, and you can only get 8 reps, go ahead and drop the dumbbells and just finish the 2 reps with just your resistance bands. If you try this workout and you love it, please tag me on social media. It's really great seeing you take these workouts and make them your own. If there's anything specifically that you would like to see in the next video, let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and please subscribe. Join that Fit Fam. That's it for this time. Until next time, thanks for watching. Train hard, y'all.